Brandon Cutler here from AEW, and I hope you guys have an awesome podcast with the MonsterCast.
What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp, Fightful here. You're watching the MonsterCast with Jack and Ryan. A big shout out to those fellas. Good people. Check them out.
Here's your host of the MonsterCast, the Straight Edge Monster, Jack and Ryan.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the MonsterCast. Prediction sure to be wrong. Today, we pick our Survivor Series War Games winners and losers. Technically, we do both. Last prediction show, I won by 1, so I'm still champ. Let me throw those prediction records up there. There we go. 117 and 30, and Ryan is 111 and 36.
I went down one.
Yeah, you got crushed at Full Gear.
No.
You got crushed at Full Gear.
One,
I'm still champ.
one match difference.
Crushed.
No, because I was thinking too when we were doing the picks, I said, I was like, with that promo, I don't see how they have Paige win and Swerve still, like, because you can't take that fucking promo like that and then lose. Like, it makes you look too bad. So I should have gone with my gut on that and picked Swerve, but I didn't. So whatever.
Yeah, that still would have only tied us because I also picked Hangman. But I should have went with Julia Hart, like I had said on the show that I was leaning towards, and I just only chose it different because we were doing so good. AEW pay-per-view finally for choosing different shit on an AEW pay-per-view.
For the record, when I picked fucking FTR, I didn't know it was a ladder match either. I wouldn't have picked them if I'd known it was a ladder match.
I didn't know it was a ladder match either.
I know, but I'm just saying I wouldn't change my pick.
In fact, there's a chance if I would have allowed you to, you know what? If I wanted to change my pick, I would have allowed you to change your pick too. But I was thinking about it too. You had messaged me. I was like, well, damn, I don't think Big Bill and Ricky Starks are necessarily going to win a ladder match either.
Yeah. Well, if I had known that was a ladder match, I probably would have picked them, but my logic on it wouldn't have been the way that the match actually ended, so it doesn't matter that much, but still.
All right, well, that one had 11 matches, I believe. This pay-per-view only has 5. So,
if I had known ahead of time it was going to be a ladder match, what my booking for it would have been is they fuck up all the ladders and Ricky Starks and Big Bill win because Ricky gets on Big Bill's shoulders and grabs the belt.
That would have been a cool finish, actually. That would have been funny.
They're the only team fucking tall enough to do it, so there you go.
That would have been great. Well,
Malachi and Brody probably could have, yeah.
Well, you could have done a triple stack with
the Luchadors.
With Jose, the assistant, and because he was on the outside, you could have done a triple stack with him.
Yeah.
Oh no! Wait! Wasn't Preston Vance out there too, or did he go to the back? I thought Jose was out there for the entire match. I don't know if Preston was out there. Preston's tall as fuck too. So if you put Jalistico or Roosh on top of Preston, that's gonna be just as tall.
I still think that would have been better booking though, because they were doing so much shit to mess up the ladders that I thought that's what they were gonna do. I thought that when they reset the ladder back up for the cash spot, in my head I was like, oh, they're gonna break all the ladders and do the thing. And I was like, oh, that's not what they were doing. So.
All right, well, we're here for WWE Survivor Series War Games. War Games, one of my favorite match types. Thank you, Dusty. So they are going to do a 4-on-4 with the women's War Games match and a 5-on-5 with the men's. We'll get into those last, of course. Let's start off, though, the show with, I believe, 3 fairly easy ones to pick, and then the 2 War Games matches. So, first one out, we got Carlito versus Santos Escobar. I've got Santos. I think that they don't have any faith in Carlito to draw, and they never really did, honestly. They brought him back. I think they had nothing for him for almost a year while he was brought back, And now you finally got him in, and as soon as he comes in, LWO breaks up, and now he's going against Santos. And with Ray's injury where he just had surgery, I feel like Ray probably would have been right here instead of Carlito. So to keep setting up the Santos versus Ray thing, you'd have to have Santos win, in my opinion. So I'm going to go Santos Escobar for this first one.
I also don't really think it makes sense. He's kind of on they just broke him off. He's kind of on like as hot as a run as he can be on right now. You don't bring in the older guy to come beat him right now. It doesn't make sense. So yeah, we got Santos as well.
I mean, even though Carlito isn't, when you look at Carlito, you don't think older guy, right? You think like he should be in the main event picture right now. He's got a great look. He can still move. He can still talk clearly, all that stuff. And it, just because he's not been there in forever, he hasn't had time to get built up. Coming in just to take out something that you had been working towards makes zero sense storyline wise.
I mean, he is also old. He's like 44.
No,
He just doesn't look like it.
old, but whatever.
You know what I mean? Like older.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, LA Knight's sitting over there at
Sorry,
40
Carlito, you're
and
not
getting
old,
pushed
brother.
to the moon.
You're just older.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibility for him to get pushed, but I feel like that moment has passed in WWE because of the way that they view him internally. If I was starting a promotion and I could get my hands on Carlito, I promise you he would be in my main event. Yes, for sure.
And the thing is, when they first brought him back for that Puerto Rico show, if they had used him immediately after that and capitalized on that fucking hype right away, I feel like maybe, yeah, for sure. But no, there's too long of a gap.
Definitely a U.S. title run like Ray had. Ray just had one. So, like, yeah, Carlito could have been there for sure, easily. All right, next up. Another easy one for me. Rhea Ripley is defending her women's title against Zoe Stark. I'm going Rhea Ripley, obviously. I mean, if I say it's easy, you kind of know where I'm going already. Like, I think this one is a little bit... There's a little pause on this one only because out of the two singles title matches, and the other one we're going to talk about next, this would be the one that I think would change if they had to pull the trigger on one, just to have something different happen on your show. But I still don't think it's going to happen. Rhea is easily... I think Rhea holds it till fucking probably next WrestleMania.
She's gonna get that Roman Reigns record at one point. Yeah, I've also got Rhea on this. They haven't built up Zoe enough for any of this shit to... It's kind of like the Zelina thing to me, where it's like, you kind of understand why she's there. It's not the same circumstances, obviously. You understand why she's there, but it's not like there's no chance. It's
gotta be like, it's gotta be Rhea versus Becky soon. Gotta be.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, that's clearly your top two Raw
unless they bring in Jade
in the women's division. Yeah, I know, but I don't know. They were talking about Jade going to SmackDown. That was the early rumors, but who knows now because we haven't seen her in a while. I mean,
well, who knows now too, because they're not going to be on Fox anymore. So a big part of that was probably Fox saying, "No, we want her over here." So no.
Oh yeah, so now Raw's getting no. Now SmackDown. Oh, SmackDown was on Fox. Now SmackDown's going to USA. So maybe if they can get Raw on a bigger platform, she'll go to Raw instead. Type deal.
Maybe.
If it goes to more households, I mean, you know. We were talking about FX a few weeks ago, so I don't know. Although I think FX is actually in less households than USA. All right, so that was a pretty easy one, and this is going to be the easiest one for me, and it's Gunther versus The Miz for the IC title. There's zero chance Miz wins here.
Why not? He's a former world champion. Gunther's not. He just found out the weakness that Gunther has on the show the other night.
The weakness that Gunther has is he has no quality opponent, so he can't get better. That's his main weakness.
Getting hit in the dick, apparently.
Yeah, well, I mean, Shinsuke tried that and he didn't get the title from AJ, so what are you talking about here?
That's different.
No, it's not different.
It is different. AJ doesn't have the same balls.
Here's the deal. If Gunther tries to hit Miz in his balls, it won't work either because he has tiny balls, according to everyone that's done a storyline with him in the last year and a half.
That's a weird thing.
I will
Where's
say
Maurice
this.
at?
I will say this. That's a great question. Probably at the house chilling. I guess she's only with him when he's a heel, I guess. I don't know. But the crazy thing about this is that you remember when we were doing the predictions for Full Gear and you said there's no way Hangman, I would probably let Hangman win because he just murdered him on the mic 2 weeks in a row and Swerve didn't do shit. So even though it made sense for the babyface to win storyline wise in a vacuum, if you actually watch week to week, it kind of make Swerve look bad if he was to lose that match, right? Because like the overall arcing storyline is, hey, bad guy came into good guy's house, fucked with his family, bad guy gonna get his ass kicked. In good guy's choice of match, by the way, and what Undertaker and Hell in a Cell is what Adam Page and Texas Deathmatch is. So all of it made sense until you look at what the promos were, and he absolutely destroyed him with nothing to show for it. Yeah. Gunther destroyed fucking Miz on the mic on Raw, like destroyed him.
Yeah, but he still came out on the bottom on the physical part.
Yes, because Miz, that's what I'm saying. But Miz actually was able to retort in some kind of way, physical promo back, whereas Swerve couldn't even touch him because of the rules going into that segment. Right. So he wasn't allowed to have any kind of contact. That's why he went after Fritz Nana instead. So what I'm saying is, yes, he killed him, but I'm still picking Gunther because of what you said. The babyface technically got the last one up against the big bad that has the entire long history of now being the longest reigning IC champion or whatever, and he will continue to be that because this is probably not even. I don't even see how I would ever even believe in a false finish on this match right here. That's how bad it's going to be.
Maybe a weapon or something, but it's still one of those things. There would be no reason
like a
for them to
skull-crushing
switch
finale on the title. Maybe I might believe it for a second, but he's kicking out. Gunther's winning this.
I really don't doubt in any fucking way that Gunther's winning this. Okay. Shit, we're picking the same stuff again.
Oh, no shit, because those three were easy. Like, that's phoning in matches from WWE as far as I'm concerned. All right, let's go. The first War Games match, the women. Let's do the women here. 4-on-4. It's Shotzi and the Legends going against Damage Control.
You say that like they're so old. Bianca Belair has been there for fucking 2 years.
Shotzi and the Legends against Damage Control. So here's the only thing about this, right? The only thing
Damage Control's been there longer than Bianca.
do we see a significant storyline step at this pay-per-view, or does it lead to all the way to like Royal Rumble and WrestleMania? Like they split before Royal Rumble, obviously. Then they have some kind of interaction inside the Royal Rumble where like Bayley gets her one up on the team that turned on her, and then it leads to like Bayley versus Dakota or Bayley versus Io or whatever have you, or Bayley and some partners against Damage Control, the remaining Damage Control at WrestleMania type deal.
It kind of seems like they have to do it here because what do you do with Damage Control as a stable?
What I'm saying is like I think we kind of talked about this on the last show, but we had mentioned something like maybe Bayley's the one that loses here, and they blame it on her, and that's why they eventually kick her out, and they try to pin it on her, but they were going to kick her out regardless the whole time. Yeah. So you have Dakota, who has turned on Tegan Nox before in a War Games match, literally on the arrival of her coming out of the cage, and Dakota fucked her up and destroyed the whole thing. Now Dakota's not technically in this match, but that doesn't mean that can't happen either. So does something like that happen, and she attacks Bayley before she can get to the ring or something like that?
Well, I feel like if they were going to do that with Dakota, if they were going to do that with Dakota specifically, they would have found a fifth person to put on the other team and actually had Dakota in the match.
Well, see, the thing is that Dakota didn't really give a fuck about anybody else in the match. He actually cares about the other three women in this match, so why would you put your team at a disadvantage by taking Bayley out before the match? So I feel like Bayley is going to be in the match, but she'll be the one to lose somehow. I have no idea how, but when you look at the 8 people in this match, there's only one person that needs to be losing this match. But the problem is the heel. The what?
Shotzi could take a pin, but it doesn't.
Yes, that's my point. That's the only person in this match. Everybody else is being pushed a lot right now. So, but if it makes sense storyline wise, if this is where the splintering actually happens, where like they try to blame the loss on Bayley, then I get it. I just don't know how you get to Bayley losing in the match unless like Becky, Charlotte, and Bianca all corner and do their fucking moves to them, and the other three already laid out or something like that. Like, I mean,
Same way you take out Luchasaurus. I mean,
it could happen, but I just don't feel like with the way the Damage Control is going, and then the women bringing out Becky as their mystery partner, like it was a big fucking deal because Becky is so high in the women's division there that you have them lose after announcing the mystery partner.
I mean, you could do because obviously the 4 people on the other team need something to do too. You could do a story where, like, they have some kind of miscommunication to set up, like Becky
Triple H likes long stories, so it's very possible that Damage Control just wins this straight up too and beats Shotzi, and then they don't splinter right away.
Yeah, because if you're using this match as a way to launch the other, aside from the Damage Control story, the other 4 women, you could do a spot where like Becky and Charlotte bump or whatever the fuck, or miscommunicate, and then go into telling that story afterward or something. But like, yeah, I'm still more comfortable saying, just with the timing of everything and with Royal Rumble being in like a month and a half or whenever it is, I think Damage Control loses here for whatever reason. They're going to start doing this storyline split.
All right, against all my better judgment, I'm going to go against you on this one. I'm going to pick Damage Control. Okay. Because I like the team better from top to bottom. I just like them. And because I don't feel like you have to pull the entire. I don't feel like you have to end the storyline here or like do it. You know, like you get what I'm saying, like the split part of the storyline.
Well, they can lose without splitting immediately, right?
I don't like picking heels in War Games matches. That's usually something I don't do, but. But there's one team. There's 2 teams, and they're both faces, and they both had mystery partners, right? "Quote unquote" mystery partners. So you have Becky being one of them, and then Orton in the other one that we're going to talk about in a second. Do we really want them both with mystery partners to win their matches, like the exact same cookie cutter shit for both?
Oh, okay? Yeah, we'll talk about that in a sec, I guess. But okay.
It's not Punk. Shut up. Don't start your shit with me.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I don't want to be Punk. Why the fuck would I give a fuck about Punk?
All right, hold on. Let me write yours down. I'm just gonna put Team Bianca because they don't have a team name, obviously.
Team Legends and Shotzi.
Yeah, Team Legends and I'm not writing. That's fucked up. All right. I mean, Bianca is technically the leader of that team, right? I'm giving it to the right person, right?
I guess.
I think it's Team Bianca. Yeah, I guess so. All right. So that's that, and then the last match here. Let's talk about it real quick. It is. I only got the graphic for the 3-3 because Orton's tease or whatever on Raw wasn't done until Monday night, and there hasn't been an updated graphic, and there won't be one with Orton on it anyway because we still don't know, even though he literally said every fucking thing that you could possibly say with Randy Orton, and the fans all went nuts on Raw. What?
That was CM Punk references.
No, it was Ted DiBiase references. You didn't know? Ted DiBiase Jr. That ref tried to fuck on me.
Yeah.
Anyways, Rollins, who I'm rocking today, the shirt. Rollins, Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton against Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, Damian Priest, and JD McDonough. I'm gonna let you go first on this one since I've gone first on it. Well, I went first on the first 3, and then technically you went first on the last one, but you can go first.
Randy Orton ain't coming back as a fucking face. Look at all the people on this team he's got problems with. He got problems with fucking Rollins from forever ago. He's got, technically kind of has problems with the Cody Rhodes. I don't know why the fuck they're acting like they were always cool. Jey Uso definitely has fucking problems with. And I guess Sami doesn't really have any interaction with him. But the idea that he's going to come in...
I forgot about Sami Zayn on the graphic. He's not on the graphic either. But yeah, Sami Zayn too.
But the idea that Orton's going to come in and just be like super fucking cool with everybody and isn't going to like... Because the thing to do here isn't Randy Orton comes in as the surprise member and then wins, and then what the fuck does he do? The thing to do is to set up some sort of fucking conflict with Randy and turn him heel as a reason for the Judgment Day to win, because that puts them over. And then the guys that are on the face team that lose from this, they're not really that hurt by losing this fucking match in any way. That doesn't matter. And you can set up something for Randy to do next, which might be going for Rollins' title or something along those lines. Who knows? But I think everybody's like, oh yeah, Randy's coming back, and it's like a really stacked fucking team against like JD McDonough and fucking Dominic. So of course, Judgment Day is gonna lose. But I don't know, man. I feel like the booking on this, it almost makes more sense, especially with McIntyre being on the other team too, to do a thing where Randy comes back and then for whatever fucking reason turns, fucks up the match. And then everybody's like, oh, what the fuck, Randy? Like, goddamn, he has his issue with Cody because Cody's the one that brought him back. It sets up issues with Jay is fucking blaming Rhodes for the loss. You could set up an issue where Orton is the one that's fucking going after the Rollins' title next. Like, there's a lot of stuff you can do with that. So, I think everybody is going to naturally be leaning toward Orton's team winning, but I don't know, man. I kind of think Judgment Day might win because of Randy Orton shenanigans.
All right, man. Cody, not Cody, but Orton does not have that much longer left in wrestling. I do think that Orton has, even though his heel work is far superior than his face work, he doesn't have enough time for him to keep going back and forth. And I feel like he's already hit that legacy part with the fans where they're just going to cheer him regardless of what he is. So there's really no need to even turn him heel, especially when Drew McIntyre just turned heel a week ago. Like, Drew McIntyre was a big heel turn for your brand. Why do you need to have another one right after it?
Because look at the heels on this roster. Who do you really have?
You have Gunther. He's a heel.
Come on, man.
I mean, come on, man. Gunther's a fucking heel. Finn Balor's a heel. Damian Priest is technically a heel. He's probably going to turn face soon.
Judgment Day is a heel. That's right. He's Judgment Day and Gunther. What are we doing here?
And Drew McIntyre.
Now,
and Bronson
we need
Reed.
more.
And Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh, I know you didn't just say fucking Bronson Reed at me.
He is a heel.
He's not doing anything.
He's fighting Ivar over and over.
Wow.
You don't love that? An Ivar singles push now because his partner's hurt.
They just want people to chant meat. That's all it is. Fucking
Anyway, they
fighting.
got plenty of heels. Technically, Miz is a heel. I don't give a fuck what they try to do on TV. He's a heel too.
Oh, but somebody talked shit to him, so he's a good guy now.
I'm gonna go against you. I'm going Team Cody. So we're gonna go pick different on both of these War Games matches, which actually is kind of cool.
You know what? I might pick differently if I knew the match order. Because I feel like an angle with the heel turn makes sense to
You know
close
what's
the
fucking
show.
hilarious if Damian Priest tries to turn in his Money in the Bank mid-match on Seth?
On Seth?
That'd be so
maybe.
good, dude. Okay, everybody, hold up. Cash it in, baby. Cash it in. Everybody get out. Open the doors and get them out of here.
I feel like if I knew for a fact that the men's War Games match was last, I could see them closing the show on like a big Orton turn. But I don't think you do the Orton turn and then have another match after that. I think if they're not the last match, you just have them win straight up. So
I mean, that could say. I mean, that also would affect the other War Games match too. So we're more worried about the order of the two War Games matches, correct?
yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. In years past, I believe they usually start out with one and then end with one, but
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to do that this year.
Fuck. Yeah, I wish I knew because that would change my pick for sure.
I mean, if I had to guess, I would say the men's Survivor Series match is probably going to go on last. Yeah, I'm almost positive. 5 matches?
so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It'll probably start out with the women's one and end with the men's one.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm not confident in it, but I think with Drew McIntyre and them starting to push him, Orton needing something to do now that he's back, it kind of all works together, I guess, in a way.
I mean, it's
I'll
whatever.
pick.
It's
I'm not
cool.
super
I
confident
like
in
picking
it.
different on stuff, so like it's cool with me. The only good thing, I mean, the best part about this is that there's only 5 matches, so you wouldn't have been able to beat me even if you went 5-0 and I went 0-5. So I'd still be in the lead. So that's how I love this for WWE. Thank you, WWE.
We have 150 fucking guesses. But yeah, I'll pick Judgment Day. I'm not super confident in it. I could definitely see a lot of scenarios where they just put over the big super team clean with Orton coming back and everything. It's just, I feel like you just turned Drew. It's actually a good story because his turn makes fucking sense. It's not just some random ass turn. Like I'd like to see them do more with him, and I don't think having him lose this immediately after he just turned is a good idea, even though it does mean that.
I'm with you here. We're short on time, but I'm with you because even Orton, right? Like he could literally do what Drew did, the same type of storyline where he comes in and like, no, fucking, he acts like he's gonna side with him, but then he starts RKOing all these motherfuckers instead. Like as soon as he comes in, like have him be the last person that enters for their team, and then when he comes in, he just starts RKOing all his fucking, like, no, I'm not helping you. You got fucking Jey Uso on your team who's fucking wreaked havoc for everybody for the last 3 years. Like Drew McIntyre, I don't trust that motherfucker. And the funniest thing about it is Matt Riddle sitting at home and his former 2 partners that he just had, his last 2 partners, are now going to be forming a tag team together. Orton and Drew McIntyre stable going forward would be awesome too.
Yeah, I could see that. And maybe not even do one to Rhodes because he doesn't really have an issue with Rhodes. But I'm gonna fuck out Rollins and Uso for sure. I got problems with them.
Yeah, he could literally just like, or Cody could be in the corner, looking shocked at Randy, like what the fuck, and Randy could just be like, whatever, dude.
Yeah. Told you I'm a snake.
And you try to tell them that you had a friend. I'm not your friend, dude.
Well, I'm your friend, but I'm not their friend.
I'll be like, I wouldn't even be his friend. I kicked you outside of Legacy before. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna do it. Quick rundown: we both have Santos, we both have Rhea, we both have Gunther. I've got Damage Control and Team Cody, and Ryan has Team Bianca and Judgment Day. So there it is, Survivor Series War Games this Saturday. Let us know in the comments below your predictions. Put them against ours. Let's see what happens. And thank you for watching the video. And we'll see you guys on Sunday after Survivor Series and give a sweet review on this show. Deuces.